So we have some news coming out that the PBC will be putting on more fights this year, free fights. It looks like they're going to be streaming a lot more free fights this year. I know Tim Tszyu is the first fight that's coming up in October. I want to say the 19th, but they have more fights in November and December they're trying to put on that's going to be free for the public, streaming on demand for Amazon to attract more customers and more people to actually know that there's boxing on the app, just for them to get an experience. PBC has gone away from the model of streaming free, having free events, and a lot of fans have been clamoring for them, even though nobody else does. And ESPN even charges for ESPN Plus fights these days. So the only company that would actually put on free events right now is basically PBC, not the Zone or ESPN, which kind of separates themselves. And to be honest with you, I kind of noticed that because fans, the only company they can actually ask for those free fights from are PBC. I guess they feel like they invested their time and money into that company, so they want to get some kind of kickback from that. And the free fights would actually do that. I think they're going to try to do one, at least one or two a month up until February or March, which could actually work. They have a lot of people on rosters that need to get in fights, and you can't really showcase your talent like that if you just got specific headliners. But for this to come down right now, this is a perfect opportunity for them to kind of separate themselves and to let people know that they're actually on the app. A lot of people still don't know that they're on the app of Amazon. It hasn't been really heavy promotion like it was when the Zone was having their commercials flying around every 5 minutes. They kind of came out blazing. They didn't have as many events or names at the time they were promoting, but they were letting people know they had a platform. And the promotion did pretty well with that. But at Amazon, it's not really a lot of promotion going on with PBC and Amazon. You see certain things. When Tank Davis fight was coming up, I was seeing a lot of promotion, but it wasn't as much as we expected, just because of the opportunity of the Mike Tyson fight getting moved. And they gave them kind of a chance to flourish in the promotion aspect and market that fight. Because if Mike Tyson would have been fighting around, 20, 30 days later, like he was expected, it would have been harder to kind of promote that fight. They even forced those guys, Sabril Matias and Tank Davis, to have the same fight on the same day. So these free fights are going to open up a lot of different things. It's going to be a lot of opportunities for guys, too, who want to actually get back in the ring and fight young top competition. PBC does have a lot of top competition, a lot of young guys that needs to get in the ring, that needs to be a little more active. Fighting once or twice a year is good for the schedule and the business, but as far as being a fighter and a boxer, guys need to be fighting 3 times a year. Like, especially if they're in their prime or entering their prime, they need to be fighting 2 or 3 times a year. And then even these guys who are older, a lot of guys feel like they need rest, but majority of these boxers, they want to be active. They want to fight. That's what they're in the fight game for. Stalling out and waiting. It tends to produce bad performances for some guys. You know what I'm saying? Staying at one weight class a long time. So these free fights are going to free up a lot of things. But I think they said Al Heyman's returning right now. I didn't know he was leaving back to PBC. So, I mean, that should be good for the company. Everything I see going on right now, it needs a little extra push. At least needs some little things to be changed here and there, but should produce some good fights. The fact that they have Tim Tszyu versus Bakaram coming up first is going to be free. That should be something that opens a lot of eyes to people that they're going to put in some decent fights. And this is a title fight, too, for 154, so this is not just a regular fight. This is a whole title fight. So a lot of these fights for Terrence Crawford can definitely come around pretty quickly. But fans got to be willing to accept the fights that are actually being produced right now, especially if they're free. If they're free, I'm just going to go along with them, especially if I don't have to pay anything. And You don't have to go through all the extra spending money, $80, $90 for a fight. A lot of people said they couldn't even stream the fight last time, so it'll give them a chance to basically troubleshoot a lot of things. But should be a good fight, man. I like how they're setting up things. I like when PBC does a lot of fights during the wintertime. Gives you something to watch on the weekends. So I think it's definitely going to be interesting. But that's all I got. Like and subscribe.